Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back, y'all. We have some incredible Black Ops 6 reveals. We were able to pop on. Wasn't sure if I was going to be able to get on today or not, but we are. So here we are. We're going to go through. I haven't watched it yet, but we get to watch the Black Ops 6 reveal as well as the breakdown of Black Ops 6. Specifically, I'm hoping to see some good zombies goodness, but we shall see on that, you know? Hopefully they'll actually talk about zombies today. You never know if they're going to or not. Hopefully they will. But welcome in, everybody. Happy Sunday, or I guess Monday if you're out in New Zealand or one of those parts of the world. Let's get into this, shall we?
6. Doom might break me. I love Doom so much. They've done such a great job.
I gotta throw it out there before we end. I have to do it.
All right, side with our live post show, and I'll be talking later to Phil Spencer, who will be right here on IGN Live. Let's
so this is the
Xbox
Black Ops
Showcase.
6.
Almost came in through the back door.
Oh, give me just a second. Just remember.
We'll see.
Let me-
thing.
Looks like the Xbox Showcase is about to begin. We'll see you on the other side with our live here on IGN Live. Let's watch the Xbox Showcase.
Black Ops 6, baby.
Almost came in
Official
through the
reveal.
back door. Don't trust anyone.
Ooh, did you see that little Black Ops 6 with the numbers? That was clever.
Good evening. The Soviet Union
Mr.
is
Bush.
no more. Despite a potential for instability and chaos, these events clearly serve our national interest. Free from the specter of global conflict.
How the graphics looking. Just in-game footage and
celebrate
cinematics.
the mystery of American renewal.
Something's going on. Something big.
I'm a fire starter. Terrific fire starter.
I figured if I stuck around hell long enough, I'd see the devil.
How's he look?
Oh, dude, it's looking pretty clean.
I'm a fire starter. Terrific fire starter.
The agency is compromised, but being hunted from the inside.
Twisted fire starter.
You don't have to trust me, Marshal. But it
Hey, there was
might
that
be better
vault.
if you do. Hey, it's something you should see.
What the hell are we getting into? Don't trust anyone.
You broke into a CIA black site. Are you out of your mind?
Things got complicated.
Dude. Woo. Dang.
May God continue to bless the United States of America.
I mean, Call of Duty cinematics are getting pretty
You
dang
just got
good.
a first look at the campaign for Call of Duty Black Ops 6. Set in the 19...
Okay, quick question before he starts talking. Again, Call of Duty, Activision, Blizzard, those were all bought by Microsoft. So Microsoft officially owns these now. So they're not just premiering a game, they're premiering, quote, their game now. How are you feeling about Black Ops 6 so far? Are you excited? Are you hesitant? Are you loving it? Are you hating it? Did you pre-order it? Are you refusing to touch that game with a 10-foot pole? Let me know. Let me throw in a little start a poll here. How you feeling about Black Ops 6? already pre-ordered. Unsure. Okay. I just put up a poll there. Let me know how you're feeling about it.
90s after the Cold War ends, where the truth isn't
Is he
what
actually
it
going to
seems.
tell us anything here?
It's an honor to stand here representing the creative teams at Activision.
New
And
movement?
please stay tuned after the showcase, where we will take you inside the studios to hear directly from Treyarch and Raven.
Okay.
It's been 10 years since Call of Duty has been in our show. In it deep dive into the story and a sneak
Most of
peek
the time
at
when like
multiplayer and
CEOs are talking
zombies.
about their games, it's not that
It's been
interesting.
10 years since Call of Duty has been in our
It
show.
feels like they don't know what they're talking about.
It's been even longer since all Call of Duty players got the same game at the same time. Going forward, everyone will experience the game, including the Black Ops 6 beta, the season expansions, and the updates at launch.
Thank you, Microsoft.
There are currently over 100 million people
That is big.
who play Call of Duty
I
every
hate
month.
when it releases early on
We hope to
PlayStation
grow
or
that
Xbox. I don't care what the
community
platform
by
is.
making
Just
Black Ops
give
6
it to
the
us.
first Call of Duty game that will be available in Game Pass day one.
Yeah, I've heard that.
So no matter where you choose to play, everyone is welcome to experience Call of Duty Black Ops 6 on October 25th.
That'll increase the
I'm
player
incredibly
base
excited
massively
for
to be on
today's show.
Xbox Game Pass.
I'm standing here thinking about all the passion.
Because most players, if you play Xbox, have Xbox Game Pass. Pretty much everybody I know that plays Xbox pays for Game Pass. So that means a ton of people are going to try it too. I mean, that's two big things that Microsoft has already done. One, they made it so that it releases, including the betas, they said, the same day for everybody, no matter what console or PC you're playing on, you get it. That's a big win to no longer do that, oh, it's a week early on this platform or that platform. That's just, it's dumb at this point. The second thing, they're doing it on Game Pass, which means that you can get it for super cheap, or you're probably already paying for Game Pass if you have Xbox. But also, if you have a PC, if you didn't know, you can get Xbox Game Pass for PC beta most of the time for $1 for the first month. I've done it like 3 or 4 times. So that means you could play a whole month of Black Ops 6 for $1, or even if you paid full price, $10 or whatever it is, and decide if you like it, if you want to buy it or not. This is good.
That has gone in to making this show what it is. It's an honor to share the latest efforts from our partners around the world and from our own creative teams at Activision, Bethesda, Blizzard, and Xbox Game Studios.
Yes, they
who
own
are doing
those
what
three now.
I believe is some of their best work ever.
I hope so. I hope it's true.
And now I get to introduce something that is special to me. As someone who has played games for
He's
as
gonna
long
propose
as I
to his
have,
his
it's
fiance.
amazing that I get to set up this world premiere.
Chat, do you think he's actually a gamer? He's making out to be like he is one. 1 in chat if he's a gamer. 2 in chat if he's just played a game and he's really just a CEO that has to talk about loving gaming because he's the CEO. Okay?
So thank you all for joining us, and please enjoy the show.
World premiere.
Ooh, Bethesda. You won't. Oh, man. Can you imagine if they gave us a brand new Fallout? I would freaking love that. Wait, so he's a legit gamer. That's actually encouraging, because most of the time when you see CEOs talking about games, especially once they start talking for reals, you can realize real quick, like, this person's never played a game in their life, but they're pretending they did. That's encouraging to hear. We'll probably skip forward to the Black Ops stuff. It's not going to be Skyrim, right? Oh, I wish it was Skyrim. I keep hearing Skyrim's coming. Should we skip forward to Black Ops? Some looks like a gothic Fallout. The new Doom? Oh yeah! Ooh. Oh my gosh. Doom is so ridiculous. This goes on for like an hour and 20 minutes. Skip it. Okay. Fair, fair. We're negative 218. There you go. See Raven. Okay, I heard about a new Gears of War. Hopefully it's great. I don't know. Yeah, Juggernauts. Oh, yes. Using a lot of sim clips from the intro scene. Black Ops. I really hope this lives up to the
Hello,
hype.
welcome to Treyarch in Los Angeles, and thanks for joining us today. We're excited to share what we've been working on for the past few years. For Black Ops 6, we really wanted to give ourselves the time to craft something truly great. This means we're delivering a new level of polish and innovation across all parts of the game.
I just have such a hard time
for over 20
believing
years, and I can tell you
people
that we
when
have
they say
something
things
special
like
on our
that.
hands
It's a
with Black
unique
Ops
game.
6.
This is
I
new
know that the
polish.
team are excited to give you a deep dive
I hope
into
it's
our
true.
campaign and global innovations across the entire game.
With Black Ops 6, we're taking players to a new but familiar era, the early 90s. In true signature Black Ops fashion, our story builds on real history, thrusting players into a conspiracy where a shadowy force has infiltrated the highest levels of the US government, branding anyone who resists as traitors and forcing players to go rogue for the first time to fight the very machine that created them.
Okay, so I do like this about Black Ops 6, or just Black Ops in general, how they take kind of an alternate twist on reality. So they'll take something that's true or historically something that happened and then play off of that. So they're not trying to recreate exact history, but they'll take a moment in history and then build a story off of that, like an alternate universe. I really, really like that they do that.
The team has been meticulously crafting every aspect of this game to deliver the fun and attitude players expect from the Black Ops franchise.
Multiplayer is of course here and brings the Black Ops style and provides a playground for the brand new Omni movement
Miles
system.
Leslie looks
a new way
yoked.
to push beyond your limits and move like an action hero. You'll see a sneak peek of that later today. Round-based zombies is absolutely back and better than ever.
Okay, round-based,
and you can
of course.
be sure it's full of
Ooh,
surprises.
that artwork is
With
nice.
that, let's step into the mind-bending campaign
This does feel a
experience
little
we've
cheesy,
been crafting
but their
with our
presentations
partners
are
at
always a
Raven.
little cheesy. That's okay. They're game designers, not actors, right?
No turning back now.
I want a good campaign. Please give me a good, long campaign that's so much fun. I want
Every
it so
Call of Duty
bad.
player has a favorite campaign mission. When we set out to make Black Ops 6, we were focused on delivering missions so iconic that they stick in your memory.
Dude, what's your favorite campaign mission of all time? Mine still is all Gillied Up, I think it's called. The original Modern Warfare. When you had the ghillie suit and you had to crawl through the grass with the tanks and the enemies. That is the best one. Especially in its time. I mean, if you play it now, it'll feel dated, of course. But when you're talking 2007,
Long after. We are bringing that action-packed blockbuster feel to every step of the narrative. We are giving you more variety, more dynamic moment-to-moment gameplay, and more options to finish each mission.
We can do this loud or quiet.
sometimes options make a game better. Sometimes options just make game makers lazy. They're like, it's open world. We'll see. Ooh, that's sick.
The game is packed with unexpected moments of Black Ops mystery. It's a high-octane spy thriller where you're never sure who to trust and what's real. And it's all set against the backdrop of the early 90s. The Soviet Union was crumbling after the fall of the Berlin Wall and the end of the Cold War. The US is the only remaining superpower. The Gulf War was dominating headlines everywhere, and there was a growing mistrust in government, reflected everywhere across the music, television, and pop culture of the time. When we talk about the Black Ops timeline, Black Ops 6 comes after the events of the Cold War, but is directly tied to the 1986 flashbacks in Black Ops.
Okay, genuine question here. Nothing against this guy or Jacked Miles Leslie or anybody else. I would probably be the same. Why don't they get, like, actors to present the game? Like, have some people that are actually making the game talk about it, talk about some details, etc., etc. But I wish they would just get people that are good at voiceovers and acting to present it in areas like this. Because it feels so scripted and stiff because these guys are amazing game developers, but they're not presenters. And I think you could have a better, more exciting presentation if you did more actors talking about in an excited mode what's good, and then bring in game developers occasionally to talk about the specifics of a mechanic or the specifics of different things. That's what I would recommend. I mean, you know they're spending like $10 million on this showcase, something crazy like that.
Ops 2, the aftermath of which has left our heroes in dire circumstances.
Some you should see.
There's Woods.
Black Ops 6 blends the rich and gritty history of previous franchise titles with bold new characters, with veteran Frank Woods as our through line in our story.
Yeah.
In this new chapter, we see a different side of Woods following his traumatic injury at the hands of Raul Menendez. He's been pulled from the field as he adjusts to a new role within the CIA, often behind a desk or on the other end of a radio. His protege is Troy Marshall, who's been making a name for himself in the field. Marshall is a reluctant leader driven by a strong moral compass. Marshall and Woods are working with another new face in Black Ops 6, CIA handler Jane Harrow. She's a born leader, fearless and brilliant, and helps manage their relationships within the agency. Woods' ability to operate in the shadows has always been hugely valuable to the CIA, whether they want.
She's a little better at presenting it. A lot better than the guy before him. Round base, give me 1 if you like round based zombies more, or 2 if you like the open world Modern Warfare Zombies base, or Modern Warfare Zombies open world style more. 1 for round base, 2 for open world.
Want to admit it or not. And Marshall has the ability to make tough calls in the field, ones that Harrow trusts him to make. But when an operation goes wrong, Woods and Marshall are suspended, and ultimately.
Why am I getting 0s and 3s in chat? What is wrong with you people? It's actually pretty even. So I didn't like round base. Well, I did early on, but I just didn't play it much through Black Ops. And then I obviously got back on zombies when the open world came back. That's what I'm thinking. Why not both? Yeah, because I would love to see them obviously do round base, which they are, but then also continue some form of open world, or even like it was in Cold War, how they had the outbreak mode that was like semi-open world. So I like both. I hope they do both, honestly.
Ultimately forced to go rogue. They soon realize they have to trust each other to get to the bottom of what's going on. Without any of their usual resources, they have to build their own team, recruiting 2 exciting new characters in Felix Newman, a technical genius, and Savati Dumas, a mysterious assassin.
Savati.
With the end of the Cold War, these former enemies have become new allies. And with the sudden return of notorious operative Russell Adler, who'd gone missing for months.
Good old Adler. Look at those scars.
Former ally may have become a new enemy.
For the Black Ops single-player campaign, we prioritized mission variety and unique experiences. Our goal was to offer players a wide variety of mission types, each crafted from the ground up. One moment, you'll be storming a palace. The next, you'll be pulling off a heist at a casino.
I like that.
We aim to take players all over the world and immerse them in vastly different experiences. Within these missions, we wanted gameplay to unfold in multiple ways, giving players the freedom to navigate through them as they see fit to unfold in multiple ways.
This is like a realism mode. There's no HUD at all. Look at this. No HUD. No weapons, no feedback, no anything. which honestly, for a campaign, no HUD could be pretty freaking sweet.
Is giving players the freedom to navigate through them as they see fit. Where we have different combat styles, we also have conversation opportunities where you can talk, barter, and manipulate your way into different experiences. And we think you'll want to replay levels to see them all.
Okay, so they have different dialogue options. Honest opinion, I like that they're trying that. My guess is it's going to be half-hearted, and the dialogue is going to feel very, very canned and not actually affect much. I hope I'm wrong. It could be great. Doesn't mean the campaign won't be fun, but I feel like that's going to be more of a gimmick feature. Yeah. It looks clean. The movement looks clean. The graphics look nice.
We are excited to offer a variety of different enemy types in the campaign. The goal was to provide different challenges for the player. So whether they choose to go in guns blazing or take a stealthier approach, line them up right.
More enemy types would be great. I would welcome that.
Nice and quiet. We've continued to push on what's possible in terms of how our enemy combatants behave.
Doesn't look like
Your
a ton
enemies
of
will be
recoil.
relentless, constantly seeking to outmaneuver you throughout the levels. But cut off escape routes, push on players' location, and force them to think on their feet.
Ooh, so they're saying better
We've
AI.
created certain missions where we give you a high-level objective and a variety of ways to approach that objective. One mission in particular takes place in a vast desert in Iraq. You and your team are hunting down missile launchers with the SAS. It's one of the largest campaign maps that we've ever created.
Okay, so some open world action. I definitely like that. Oh man, this makes me miss Metal Gear Solid 5. What a game. The desert.
You'll find that some of our destinations have a startling contrast in look and feel as well. We have a mission that takes place in an opulent casino in Southern Europe. It's unlike any past mission in Call of Duty. What the player does in this space is totally unexpected. And another one of our missions we have set in the harsh tundra of northern Russia.
Yeah, the ADS and movement looks really quick.
We are excited to offer an array of brand new equipment, as well as some favorites from the Black Ops universe. RCXD, Tranquilizer Trap.
RCXD, let's go.
Adrenaline Stim, Homing Knife.
A homing knife. That's sick. Okay, the homing knife, the RC, some of those look really fun. Like obviously the RC's a Black Ops classic. It would be sweet to see Call of Duty just offshoot into more of like a Hitman style campaign where it's just massive worlds with objectives. Maybe you're not as godlike in terms of being able to stay alive and shoot through everything. It'd be fun to have some side missions like that where you're dealing with a massive castle and you have to assassinate somebody, but it's not just as obvious like he's in the window, go snipe him. But I like what they're doing. Graphically, it looks phenomenal. And the motion so far looks very interesting.
The campaign is grounded within an expanded campaign hub called the Safe House. You might remember we also had that in Black Ops Cold War. But this time, we wanted to think a little bit more broadly about the environment. We chose to have our team's hub located in a more naturalistic setting. So, it's in an abandoned manor by an ocean cliffside.
That's sweet. Ooh.
What's most unique is that it used to be a KGB black site, which was operational during the 50s and 60s.
There'll be some Easter eggs in here.
This brings a lot of intrigue to the Safe House and will allow players to explore and discover secrets from the past. The team is also bringing back the evidence board, which is still the centerpiece of the Safe House experience, but with brand new upgrades. Players can view the campaign outline, gain deeper insights into missions, and analyze evidence collected throughout missions.
That's sweet. So they're basically bringing a lot of extra Easter egg type things into the campaign, where you can learn a lot more about what's going on or what will go on.
Okay. Capture.
Okay, the attacker comes in.
I'll go. 3, 2, 1, go!
Oh my gosh.
That was sick.
Great.
I think we got it.
With Black Ops 6, our goal is to create a more connected experience that keeps players immersed across every single mode.
Whoa,
We've
that was
pushed
a
ourselves
fast
at
slide.
every corner to innovate and craft the most signature Black Ops experience for our players. Movement has been a consistent area of focus and innovation for Call of Duty. And with Black Ops 6, we're redefining movement across the entire game. For the first time ever, players can sprint in any direction and move like a true Black Ops action hero. With
I
an
like
entirely
that.
new global system we call Omni movement.
So you can sprint in
This
any
unlocks
direction?
the ability to move like never before and seamlessly chain combat maneuvers like slide, dive,
Increases
and our
the skill
enhanced
gap.
supine prone in
That's
full
a good thing.
360 degrees range of motion.
Oh, yes, while you're laying down. Ooh.
From the beginning, we started with, we can't do this thing, why? And
Yeah,
then
exactly.
realize people actually move that way. What happens if we get rid of that construct? And then instantly it opened up like, oh, if you can sprint in any direction, then you can dive in any direction, you can slide in any direction, which then led to all the on the ground movement.
Dude,
and
are you
everything
ready
else
for the
chaining
clips
together.
coming in? What? Get out! This is awesome!
It's really been something that changes how you think and play the game, whether it's campaign, MP, or zombies. We truly believe that once you experience Omni movement, there's no going back.
Oh, this is a better system. I'm calling it right now. This is a better system. Remember, Call of Duty is an arcade-style game. That is such a good
We also have what
move.
we're calling intelligent movement, which is a set of features that drastically reduces how many buttons or keys you're pressing to perform various movements. These can be enabled in player options, and they're broken down into 3 categories: sprint assist, mantle assist, and crouch assist. And each of these settings will allow for fine-tuning. Intelligent movement really started with this idea that we want all players to focus on what they want to do and not how to do it. We want every player, regardless of skill level or input or experience with Call of Duty, to be able to engage with Omni movement and live out their own action hero fantasy in Black Ops 6.
Woo.
We looked at other genres like racing games where they have these great assist settings that can be turned on and off. Things like traction control or assisted braking, and we really love the idea of taking that thinking and applying it to our own movement options. I don't think this is a one-size-fits-all thing, and I encourage players to play around with combos of these settings.
That's an
to
interesting
really dial
concept.
in their preferred setup.
I probably won't use much of that. I'll test it out to see. But I do like the idea of making it simpler for people who are less experienced or maybe new to the game. Just like when I played like Forza Horizon, I love that game. I played Horizon 2 a ton. I played it in between arcade and simulator because I didn't want to take the time to actually learn how to drive a Ferrari at 180 miles an hour. But I wanted a challenge. So that's kind of what they're saying they're doing here. So that's an interesting take. I like that they're trying it. Definitely something
Hit
new.
zones or regions on a character that react when taking damage or dying. In past games, we've only had 4 regions. For Black Ops 6, we've actually increased that to 9 regions. So
Whoa.
now we can determine if that enemy was shot in their left leg or right leg, and then we'll play a bespoke death animation depending on that location that they were hit. So world
that's
connectivity
cool.
is this
That'll
concept
look a
that
lot nicer.
players' movement and reactions are connected to.
I wonder if that'll affect damage zones. Like how much damage you do in different spots, or is it just going to be left upper chest, right upper chest, but damage still stays the same? I would imagine it would stay the same, but who knows?
The world based on their choices. A great example that really shines is a global feature we call corner slicing, where as you round a corner or go through a doorway, your weapon's going to dynamically rotate in the direction that you're rounding that corner. And since it's dynamic, it'll be a bit more dramatic if you're slowly clearing a room, but won't affect you at all if you're barreling full speed around that same corner. We're constantly looking for.
Okay, that's sweet. So there's an auto peek system. You know, like when you lean, when you're shooting, it automatically will lean if you're looking around a corner. I like it. Everything looks like they're just trying to make it faster, more fluid, simpler, which is a good move for Call of Duty and a great move for a new Black Ops.
For opportunities to set the bar with movement and animations in Black Ops 6.
Take cover!
Juggernaut.
Our art team is super thrilled to show you the best looking characters that we've done. Through our process of photogrammetry, gear was acquired, scanned, and incorporated onto each of our operatives.
Whoa. So they scanned the actual gear.
A dynamic real-time analysis of spontaneous performances was captured and processed to make every emotional, impactful moment true to actual life.
It's crazy how advanced this is getting.
To have special attention to the cuticles and make sure that they don't look like they're just freshly cut. There's dirt in between their nails, the oils on their palms as they're sweating and running through situations that they're in.
Zombies!
Paying attention to
that
every
was
detail.
zombies! Wait. Don't just try to blow by that. Don't just try to blow by that.
Situations that they're in.
Look at it! That's zombies!
Paying attention to every detail.
Oh, we're getting there, baby!
The thing that I'm most excited about is the number of new weapons from the era that we've added, which includes many that are brand new to the franchise.
Good. New guns.
Our heroes
Please
are
make
rogue
new guns.
operatives, and they operate outside the normal playbook. That means they're procuring gear by any means necessary, and it allowed us to pull a unique mix of weapons.
Looks
We
pretty
made sure to
clean.
deliver dozens of unique attachments for every gun, and this allows the players to create a weapon to match any playstyle that you can imagine, all while maintaining the feel and tone of the era.
In Black Ops 6, we really strive for striking that balance between real and hyper-real, but we want to ground our effects in realism. We find real-world reference so that we can match that motion, the weight,
Ground
the
effects and
timing,
realism,
then
and then
riff
make them
off of that and create that hyper-real look that everybody has come to know and love from Call of Duty.
What the? Oh my gosh, that was sick.
The Black Ops 6 user experience.
So they did make Call of Duty 5. It was just called Call of Duty Cold War. That's the confusing thing. There was Black Ops 4, and then it was Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. So that was Call of Duty Black Ops 5.
The Black Ops 6 user experience is all about focusing players on what they need when they need it, and our in-game HUD is no different. From the mini-map to the ammo widget to in-game notifications, the Black Ops 6 HUD combines some of our best designs in a clean, streamlined experience. For the first time in Call of Duty, players will be able to change their HUD in dramatic ways to suit their needs.
Yes!
For instance, streamers can choose a layout optimized for their setup, or maybe you want your HUD centered so you don't have to look away.
Oh, no, thank you.
Want to play hardcore anywhere?
Why would you put your HUD that centered? Like, I understand putting it away from the edges, but in the very middle where it's literally blocking your view, that's dumb.
Or finally put the mini-map in the bottom left? Those are options as well. Not only does the HUD give players important status,
okay, this
it
is a
connects
good
them to the
upgrade.
world and helps them feel rewarded for being awesome. As players track that elusive challenge or target their next level unlock, Black Ops 6 delivers an end-to-end experience from the lobby into combat and back, where player progress and achievement are celebrated in a big way.
I'm super excited.
All right, all settled. The audio's good. Everybody's happy, Jeff?
Lawrence got it.
Early on in Black Ops 6's development, we set a goal to make leveling and XP matter more than ever. Looking back through the Call of Duty and Black Ops catalog, there's a lot of love, both internally at Treyarch and that we see in our community, for how we used to handle prestige. Traditional prestige is back in.
Well, here's the thing, X-Hype, is that they're saying you can move it wherever the heck you want it. That's the beauty of it. So, like, pro players, if you didn't know, if you can see, like, you got my screen here, right? With pro players, a lot of times what they do is, you know, you got the HUD around the edge. Pro players don't play on a big screen. Like, I have a 28-inch screen. That's probably bigger than they probably play on a 25, 24 and bring it close because they want to be able to see the whole screen with just a glance. But then one thing that they do often do is, like, mini-map. Instead of having it in the very corner where they have to take their eyes off the center and off where they want to be to look up there, they'll bring it in from the edges just a little bit. And that helps them to be able to stay right focused and still catch the mini-map without looking away. I know it seems super minor, but that's a real thing. So Call of Duty is just taking that concept. Black Ops 6 is taking that concept and saying, do whatever the heck you want. You want your mini-map up here, over there, down here, in the center of your screen. You choose how you want it. That's a good move for Call of Duty. Let people customize it. It's not going to affect anything negatively. It's not like a hacker is going to move the mini-map to the right side and therefore they can hack now. It's allowing people to do what's comfortable for them or take stuff off or put stuff on. I really like that they're giving that customization option.
Call of Duty with Black Ops 6.
Ooh.
We pulled the best of the best from past Call of Duty prestige
The motion
systems
and animation looks wonderful.
And more
Look at
rewarding than ever. Players who reach max play and are going bigger.
Look at the
and more
dolphin
rewarding
dive.
than
You can
ever.
immediately ADS.
Players who reach max player level will have.
This will be a, mark my words right now, this is going to be a high skill gap Call of Duty. With movement like that, it's going to reward people that get great at movement and quick scope type aim when you need a flick or things like that, whether you're using a sniper or not. I like games that reward high skill. Even if I'm not the highest skill, even if people are pooping all over me in a game because they're better than me, now I have an opportunity to get better instead of trying to make everybody worse so that the people that are super bad can still play normally. You get what I'm saying? Good move once again.
Have the choice to enter Prestige, start fresh with relocked gear, and go through the leveling journey again. Black Ops 6 will have 10 Prestiges, each with a valuable set of rewards to earn and equip to peacock your status. Players who make it through Prestige 10 aren't done. Instead, they'll graduate into Prestige Master with 1,000 additional levels to climb through.
Is he hearing himself talk? Okay, so let me summarize this. They said that Prestige is back. Now, you remember old school Prestige was you'd get up to level 55, whatever Call of Duty originally was. If you chose to go to next Prestige level, you'd lose all of your gear and you have to re-unlock it all, right? So they said now there's 10 levels of Prestige. Sweet. But they said if you get through the 10 levels of Prestige, you can go into Prestige Master, where there are 1,000 Prestige levels. Somebody's going to do it. There's going to be some person that spends the next 5 years and gets to 1,000 Prestige. It's just, I like that they're doing that, but 1,000, that's a lot.
And a classified reward to uncover for anyone dedicated enough to make it all the way to the end. The full Prestige system is available on day 1 in Black Ops 6.
Okay, another day 1 release. I like it. Oh, yeah. I'm getting pretty hyped.
We know how many of our players look forward to multiplayer, and we will be providing a deep dive on it later in the year. For now, here's some insight into our development of Black Ops 6 multiplayer. Our vision since day 1 has been to craft an approachable and engaging step change of that signature Black Ops multiplayer experience. We focused on supporting 3 core playstyles for launch. Enforcers are the slayers who like to kill and stay on the move. Recon is all about intel and counter-intel play. And strategists are support players who throw their bodies at objectives for the win or focus on taking out enemy score streaks for the team. All of our weapons, gear, and gadgets in multiplayer have been intentionally designed through that lens of supporting these play styles. And of course, it wouldn't be a Black Ops game if you can't relive those action hero moments in theater mode, which we're happy to announce is returning with Black Ops 6. Now, I said we're only getting a taste of MP today, but of course that means you're going to get some early details on maps.
Wait, when they say theater mode, are they talking about the ability to replay a match and look from different areas? Like that kind of theater mode?
We're happy to announce that we will be launching with 16 all-new MP maps.
Hey, 16 new maps. That's what a new game should do. I've loved Modern Warfare 3. I've played it a ton. But not releasing with any new maps. They just started up front. 16 new maps. They're coming. And they freaking look beautiful.
6v6 and 4 strike maps, which can be played as 6v6 or 2v2. What do players like? What do we know that they want? So we're back to our classic 3-lane maps. We've got fast, frenetic experiences, and we have that balance with more medium size, like better for hardcore pacing to keep the action flowing, but still have meaningful decisions for the player to make.
Yeah, this game is looking good.
The maps have their own stories, and we have multiplayer taking place after the campaign, after you finish it. So don't want to get into too many spoilers.
Oh, that's a cool concept.
But you'll experience some of those locations through the multiplayer lens.
Okay, so they just said two big things there. One, that means the campaign is going to take place in all new areas. So unlike Modern Warfare 3, they're not just going to take maps that already exist, force them into it, and then push them through. Two, they said that the 16 new maps take place after the campaign, meaning there are going to be areas in the map that you'll recognize from certain missions. Like, oh yeah, remember when we blew up that giant satellite? Now you're playing a multiplayer in that. Yes, please.
We've covered a lot today, but couldn't leave you without giving you just one more thing.
Yeah, do it. Ah! Freaking zombies! It's coming, y'all. Oh, man. Okay, you all need to put on your pull-ups in case you're about to wet your pants. We're about to get into some zombies. Let me restart recording here. We're going to start one fresh. Okay. I kind of want to talk about movement, though, too. I don't want to go back too far, though. No, let's go into zombies. Let's do it.
Leave you without giving you just one more thing.
Yes! Zombies! Proper zombies! Oh, what is it? This map looks great.
Round-based Zombies is back, and we're picking up the Dark Aether storyline where we left it.
Yes, sir.
We're excited to announce that there will be 2 brand new maps available at launch, with a curated mix of fan-favorite features and new elements to discover. For those new to Zombies, it's our unique...
Already starting with 2 new, I repeat, new maps. Black Ops 6 seems to be taking this very serious. Like they're actually trying to give us real new content, new mechanics, and a better Black Ops game.
Unique take on the cooperative horde mode, where every map is packed full of powerful weapons and upgrades, deadly enemies, and tons of secrets to uncover. The legacy of Zombies is incredibly important to Treyarch, and we are so proud of what the mode is bringing to players in Black Ops 6. As you've heard today, the innovations in movement systems will also be coming to Zombies.
Yes.
Plus, there are many additional
new
zombie-specific features, both new and returning. This is going to be a truly epic return for round-based Zombies.
Give us that gobble gum.
For more intel coming later this year.
No, you're not going to talk about it?
Steph interviewed AB, Mark.
Wait. Shut your mouth.
Taste of multiplayer.
You're gonna blow by zombies like that? They know that's what we all want to see, and they just dangled it in front of us like a fresh piece of raw meat, and we're freaking lions ready to chomp. We licked our chops, and then the moment we go up to grab it, I think whoop, and you can have that in a couple months. Bye. What the actual deuce? Are they really just going to leave it hanging like that? Are they really going to leave us hanging like that? Freaking fracker, dude! I was so hyped. Breathe, Daniel.
Here today, so make sure to mark your calendars for our worldwide multiplayer reveal event at Call of Duty Next on August 28th.
I don't want it. Give me the Zombies release. I mean, I want to see it, actually. I'm actually very excited for multiplayer, but August 28th is cool, but
Make sure to stay tuned for details and watch your favorite streamers get hands-on Black Ops 6 so you can be prepped and ready to jump into our MP beta and feel Omni movement for yourself. We'll be sharing so much more about Black Ops 6 in the coming months and look forward to seeing your reactions and your feedback from
We'll be big enough that we can go to these events and play at these streamer preview events.
And it's not just
That'd
about
be so
launch,
sick.
because the team is already focused on delivering a ton of content in the live seasons, which we'll be sharing more about. Am I allowed to talk about Warzone yet?
No.
That was canned.
Our goal on Black Ops 6 was, and still is, to make something that is the best work we've ever done, and frankly, the most fun to play.
Thank you for saying that. Obviously, they're going to say it's the best work that they've ever done, but the most fun to play. I think right now, in our gaming streamer content creation culture, we forgot that the most important thing about a game is that it's actually really fun to play, that it's really enjoyable. Not just that it has this or has that or doesn't have this, or that it's innovative or not innovative. Is it fun? Is it enjoyable? Because if it is, people will keep playing it. It's that simple. If it's enjoyable, people will play it. So it's not always about changing things or making new things. Sometimes you just got to leave it alone. However, the changes they've made is all about better movement, brand new maps, brand new zombie maps. Like, they're kind of giving us everything that we tend to want as a Call of Duty community. If this game ends up being a crappy game, I'm not going to say flop, because we all know it's going to sell hundreds of millions of copies, right? Or however many, 100 million copies. And Xbox Game Pass stuff like it's going to make a lot of money. It always will. But I think I'm actually going to be surprised if this game isn't really good, really fun, and a fantastic version of a Black Ops game for 2024.
Do that, we deconstructed all of our gameplay, our systems, and content plans, and repeatedly asked how something could be better. In some cases, that led us to huge innovations like Omni movement.
Yes, the Omni
now
movement
allowing
looks
players
great.
to move how real people and operators move.
I don't know how.
In other cases,
I'm super excited about Omni movement, but let's not pretend that real operators move like that. Real people can move like that, but that's not how real operators move.
it led us back to some of our classic systems like Prestige. Then taking that classic system through the ringer and making updates and improvements. Across our weapons, gear, operators, maps, and more, a huge push has been to hit the highest visual and audio fidelity possible. The campaign tells an all-new Black Ops story where you're forced to go rogue and are being hunted by the teams that trained you. On top of that, the team is really focused on mission and engagement variety. Multiplayer is a key ingredient in the DNA of Black Ops, and hopefully, in this sneak peek, it was clear that every single part of the MP game loop will be improved and better than ever, from movement, to shooting, to footsteps, to engagement systems, to death. And last but definitely not least, the triumphant return of round-based zombies. There is so much more to share across
I want to try zombies. I
want to
see more zombies.
The game officially launches on October 25th. On behalf of the entire team, we can't wait for you to play Call of Duty Black Ops 6.
Man, that looks good. Oh, here, Vault Edition. Hunter vs. Hunted pack. Cool, cool. Mastercraft weapon collection. Battle pass. Yeah. All right. Gobblegums. I see lots of gobblegums. Oh, this is so good. Is that it? I don't mean that negatively. I'm like, is that all the Black Ops stuff, or is there more? I don't really care about the other games, to be honest. Other than Gears of War, that. Ooh, hello.
For free at IGN Maps.
Hey, that was Baldur's Gate.
24, but
It's really feeling like indie. I'm going to be curious how they implement puzzles and gameplay on top of that, the storytelling.
Is this State of Decay?
And how that all...
Top shelf Indiana Jones game. It's day one on Game Pass. Like, I know that's like, I am the Great Circle's track record. There's
pitch comes from...
So, it's just, that would be my 4. Yeah, again, it looked great. And it has been, actually this year is 10 years since the last Dragon Age, by the way.
Dragon Age.
For Dragon and to see
so I think that's pretty much
Age
all
on
of
their
it.
stage, it's a huge win for Microsoft and Xbox.
I was torn.
IGN and wherever you get your podcast.
With great love stories.
What should he do?
Sheesh. Man, let's go back to this Omni movement. Where was that? It'll be so hard to find. Here we go.
In the field, ones that Harrow trusts him to make.
Player.
Level or input or experience with Black Ops and applying it to our own movement options. I don't think this is a one-size-fits-all thing, and I'm applying
okay, yeah, this is a different
and
type of
crouch
movement.
assist.
Yeah, it's the assist mode.
Led to, you can't do this thing.
System we call Omni movement.
Yes. Okay, let me make a quick video on Omni movement
every
here.
corner to innovate and craft the
I want
most
to talk about
signature
this more.
Black Ops experience for our players. Movement has been a consistent area of focus and innovation for Call of Duty. And with Black Ops 6, we're redefining movement across the entire game. For the first time ever, players can sprint in any direction and move like a true Black Ops action hero with an entirely new global system we call Omni movement. This unlocks the ability to move like never before and seamlessly chain combat maneuvers like slide, dive, and our enhanced supine
This
prone
one
in
looks
full
great.
360 degrees range of motion.
It just looks good
From
too.
the
Like,
beginning,
like
we started
this?
with, you can't do this thing, why? And then realized people actually move that way. What happens if we get rid of that construct? And then instantly it opened up like, oh, if you can sprint in any direction, then you can dive in any direction, you could slide in any direction, which then led to all the on-the-ground movement and everything else chaining together.
So, Omni movement is a new mechanic in Black Ops 6. And what it means is that not only can you sprint forward or forward at an angle, you can now sprint sideways left, sideways right, backwards. You can dive to the left, slide to the left. You can dive backwards. And while you're laying down or dolphin diving, you can turn a full 360 degrees while aiming. I think this is a really good move for Call of Duty, and particularly for Black Ops. Black Ops has always been known as a little more movement, a little more, I don't know, extreme, if that's the right word. But I think it's going to give a great experience for multiplayer in Black Ops. Now, you can also do this in Zombies, which is certainly going to help to be able to sprint sideways or slide and shoot to the side instead of only going forward. And I'm assuming, I don't know this for sure, but when this gets integrated with Warzone, you'll now get all of those same Omni movement options in Warzone. Now, I've talked about this probably ad nauseum in the past, but I think it needs to be restated because a lot of people forget. So you're going to have two groups of people in this. The first group is the group that says, that's just angry. They're like, that's not realistic. Real operators don't move like that, and you would never do that in war. No, you wouldn't. But we have to remember that Black Ops, well, Call of Duty, and especially Black Ops, it is an arcade-style shooter with realistic graphics. It hasn't been, nor ever has tried to be, a simulator military tactical shooter. And so just because the graphics look more realistic, they still want it to be a quick flow. Call of Duty is at its best when there's a good flow to the movement, when there's a good flow to the gunplay. It's intentionally not Escape from Tarkov, right? It's designed to be fun. It's designed to move fast. So the people that are looking for that simulator, it's not real enough, they'll be mad about it, and that's okay. And then the movement kings, the movement gods, these people are going to be elated. I'm somewhere in the middle. I'm very excited for the change. The difference, I'm very excited for the change because it seems like it's giving you a lot more ability to get better. That's what's called skill. And there's a thing called a skill gap. If you like competitive games, you should desire a greater skill gap. Movement speed is one of the greatest ways, or say, movement speed and different techniques or mechanics within movement is one of the greatest ways to increase that skill gap. So people that spend a lot of time getting really good at moving, getting really good at sliding, diving, you know, dolphin diving while aiming and turning to the side and shooting you in the head with a sniper, quick scoping, all that, that makes the great players even better and leaves mediocre players less good. So there's a skill gap there. What I like about a skill gap, I am not a top level player, nor do I pretend to be. I'm average, slightly above average. I can get some good clips here and there, but I can't keep up with the good players. But when I play against people that are significantly better than me, it causes me to learn and gives me a desire to get better. It gives me a desire to, how did you do that specific movement? Teach me how you did that. Then I can start employing that. And I can start practicing that. So I think the Omni movement idea in Call of Duty, great, great addition to Black Ops 6.
It's really
yeah, so did you see that right there? Did you see how smooth? Let me rewind that. Look how smooth this slide is. He slides, aims down sight, shoots, and he's already running
it's really
again.
Been something that changed.
There was no pause. It was a smooth slide, shoot, pops up, and then keeps running. Just keeps going. Oh, you want to talk about the elephant in the room? How about skill-based matchmaking? Yeah. Skill-based matchmaking, I wish they would just take it out for the most part. The reason they don't take out skill-based matchmaking is they have put a lot of money and a lot of studies into the psychology of it. And they have found that with skill-based matchmaking, what happens is bad players play a lot more and will keep playing because they feel good. And the really elite players, even though they're playing against all the other really elite players and they're frustrated about that and would love to play normal people like me, they keep playing anyway. So unfortunately, skill-based matchmaking, even though they've never said it, it is a business decision because these games are all about keeping as many people playing for as many months and years as possible to put as many hours in the game. Because if they get people playing more, then they're going to buy more skins, then they make more money. So 100% agree with you. I don't like skill-based matchmaking, or I wish there was a different... I wish it was much softer. Maybe you have like that beginner level skill-based matchmaking, super low, and then it's just everybody else past that. Now, people would still cheese it, and people do cheese it nowadays, so it's not like people aren't cheesing the system that exists currently. But yeah, skill-based matchmaking, it's good for business. I don't think it's good for great players. It's good. Oh, let me put it this way. It's good for business, and it's good for average to below average players. It sucks for really good players, significantly.
Changes how you think and play the game, whether it's campaign, MP,
he like
or
slid
zombies.
into laying down.
We truly believe that once you experience Omni movement, there's no going back.
Yeah. I think this is going to be the best movement in any Call of Duty so far. It looks really smooth.
We also have what we're calling intelligent movement, which is a set of features that drastically reduces how many buttons or keys you're pressing to perform various movements. These can be enabled in player options, and they're broken down into 3 categories: sprint assist, mantle assist, and crouch assist. And each of these settings will allow for fine-tuning. Intelligent movement really started with this idea that we want all players to focus on what they want to do and not how to do it. We want every player, regardless of skill level or input or experience with Call of Duty, to be able to engage with Omni movement and live out their own action hero fantasy in Black Ops 6. We looked at other genres like racing games where they have these great assist settings that can be turned on and off. things like traction control or assisted braking. And we really love the idea of taking that thinking and applying it to our own movement options. I don't think this is a one-size-fits-all thing, and I encourage players to play around with combos of these settings to really dial in their preferred setup. Hit zones or regions on a character that...
Okay, so as far as like the assistive buttons and stuff, that's fine. Basically what they're doing is making movement is now assisted. You can turn it off or on. You can change different settings. So if you're not a high skill player, it will sprint for you automatically. It'll mount for you automatically. Maybe dive, maybe slide. I think it's trying to be a little AI type learning within movement. Whatever, that's not bad. It's making it so new people can have an easier time. Skilled people aren't going to use it anyways. That's fine.
It reacts when taking damage or die. That to 9.
Right.
Then we'll play a world. All corners rotate in the direction that around a example
okay,
that
this
really
is a big
shines is a global feature we call corner slicing, where as you round a corner or go through a doorway, your weapon's going to dynamically rotate in the direction that you're rounding that corner.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
It's going to dynamically rotate in the direction
He just shot
that
the
you're
door
rounding that
open.
corner. And since it's dynamic, it'll be a bit more
Modern
dramatic
Warfare doesn't
if you're
do that.
slowly clearing a room, but won't affect you at all if you're barreling full speed around that same corner. We're constantly looking for opportunities.
Okay, that is a really, really cool feature. So they've taken it the way you can lean with the gun. You need like if you're on computer, Q and E around your W, and it's automatically doing it. So if you're going to peek around a corner to look at an enemy, it'll automatically lean in and slice that angle. That's cool, but then if you're full sprinting, it doesn't.
Opportunities to set the bar with movement and animations in Black Ops 6.
From everything they presented, movement seems like it's going to be fantastic in Black Ops 6, which also means that movement's going to be fantastic in Black Ops 6 Zombies. Hey, let me know what you're excited about, what you're not excited about. Yeah, make sure to comment below what you are excited about, what you're not excited about. Are you going to buy the game? Are you not? And particularly in Zombies, because we're not talking about that right now. We already know there's round base, but what do you really, really, really want to see in Zombies? I'll see you next time. Man. That's interesting. It seems pretty solid, man. Whoa, 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 wait. Was that Metal Gear?
Mechanics like being able to climb on the rafters, but Snake looks great.
This is Metal Gear Solid.
Snake Eater. What'd you think?
Yeah, well, they actually showed a lot more of the introductory sequences and how they've remastered them. So we have a few comparisons on IGN that I have done based off the assets that have been released.
Dang it.
Already. So just getting to see these scenes that I've captured like 5 times remastered, it looks so good, and it's really faithful to how the original was, with some interesting mechanics like being able to climb on the rafters, but 100%
out in that game.
I don't know. Gets to be like
Stella, you
Did I play Snake Eater?
But Tom Cruise, interesting. He has. I'm like, oh, I'm curious to see how
the mud and
go on with.
Are there any other games, chat, that I really need to look up?
Those guys have, man, yeah,
saying with the combat, like I like the white highlights, and it contrasts so nice against like this white that's obviously starting to infest areas.
I really hate the frame rate.
Critters around too, it seems. So I'm curious to see a little bit more of the story as well and see where we go with it. But I'm definitely looking forward to this one. It looks great.
I'm not sure. Go ahead, Destin.
Okay, yes. Props to Compulsion, like love South of Midnight. I really just want to make sure we get time for 33, Expedition 33. And
you're just hijacking the final segment, I see. Typical. Thank you, Destin.
Plus, high-quality IGN.
I do not think any of us can keep up with you tonight. But am I Lord? So something just because.
What is this? Ad?
I had to be joining the cast of The Voice this season. What's your code name again? Ask me.
Oh, they're just advertisements.
Day that I try to fine. Here's
Microsoft doesn't own Microsoft doesn't own
It's our son.
Netflix, do
He's
they?
always up in our business.
It's the Verizon 5G home internet I got us.
Oh.
He used to be a competitive gamer, but with the higher lag, he can't keep up with the squad.
So now we're his squad.
What's up, homies? How we doing?
We told you to wait in the car.
Everyone in my old squad has Xfinity, ultra low lag.
Man.
Etc. Right? And they kick that, and then your bad guy comes on screen for that last scene, and then where he's either the intellectual bad guy and he's got the big, brooding, hulking stunt guy next to him, or it's unfortunately someone that's not up to the action part. So, and you've spent all your money on Keanu, you spent all your money on Donnie, like they better fucking fight. You know what I mean? But I like them both. I like both characters. So when we look at
Man, that looks good. Sheesh. Well, chat, talk to me. What are you looking forward to or not looking forward to about Black Ops? It honestly looks really good to me. Now, we didn't get to see much zombies, obviously. They teased it a tiny bit, but definitely left us wanting a ton more. I really thought we'd get to actually see some Black Ops zombies, but I guess not. Trying to move my thing. There we go. Got it. Black Ops 6 looks cool, but I'm looking forward to Gears of War E-Day. Yeah, Gears of War looked really interesting as well. I've never gotten much into Gears of War for multiplayer. I've played a little bit, but not a ton. Especially not enough to have a good opinion on it. I've enjoyed it. I did like playing through the campaigns a lot. I played through Gears of War 5, and I love having a co-op option for the campaigns because that is super fun to run through with buddies. But outside of that, I don't feel like I'm super qualified to have a good, educated opinion on Gears of War versus Call of Duty I know pretty well. Zombies now I'm getting to know pretty well. All right, y'all. I'm going to hop off for today. I'm going to get video editing, start working through some stuff. But I love y'all. Thanks for stopping in on a Sunday. I know it's a short stream, but we will be back tomorrow morning, Monday, 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time with some more zombies and probably kicking in some more Warzone as well. All right? See y'all. Bye.